Hi everyone, welcome to this video on operators in JavaScript. My name is Ademola and as usual, I'm here to guide you through this topic. Let me chip in something before we start. I want to say it will be hard to find a tutorial out there that explains these concepts in depth as I'm doing in my videos. Alright, so in this video, we'll cover the different types of operators in JavaScript, including arithmetic, comparison, logical, and assignment operators. So what we'll be talking about today is operators in JavaScript. Operators in JavaScript. Okay, and we'll also be talking about the types of operators in JavaScript. That's types of operators in Java in JavaScript. All right, so so we have types of JavaScript. We have arithmetic operators in JavaScript, and we have what we call comparison operator, and we have logical operator. We have logical operator and assignment operator. Yes, so those are the four types of operators in JavaScript. Okay, so as my usual way of doing things, I'll be explaining them one by one. Okay, so um, what is arithmetic operator? An arithmetic operator, yes, arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical operations in JavaScript. Okay, so it's like what we do as our board mass in school, in high school. Okay, so under that we have addition. Sorry, we have addition with a plus sign. We have subtraction. We have subtraction with a minus sign. We have division. Okay, we have division with a slash. We have what was that again? We have multiplication. Multiplication, which is hash sign. We have modulo, which is remainder. Okay, we have modulo operator, and also we have exponential. So we have exponency. Okay, so we have exponentiation. Sorry. Okay, so those are the four types that we have in arithmetic operator. Okay, so an example of all of this with this, so I want to take you an example of how you can use all of these arithmetic operations in JavaScript. Okay, so I'll say, for example, so let's say we have let's say let x equals to 7. Let's say 7, sorry, and I'll say let y equals 3. Okay, we have a value for x and we also have a value for y. All right, so what we do here is we can do an additional operation in this by saying let addition is also sum, right? You can say addition to just give us the rough practice for how this arithmetic works in JavaScript. Okay, so I can say x plus y. Okay, and if we console log that, addition, we see we have 10. So that's addition for you. And we can also say let subtraction equals x minus y, right? And we can console log that, say console log subtraction, and you can see we have 4, because if you take away 3 from 7, then you have 4. Okay, so we can also say let division. We're going to division now. So let's division equals x divided by y. Okay, and we can also console log that. Console log division. Okay, so we have 3.3. If you do yeah, so we have 3.3. All right, so can also do let multiplication will equal to x times y. Okay, so I'm showing you all of this to see how the arithmetic works in JavaScript. Okay, so I can also log that to multiplication, and you see we get 21 because 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, so we can also say let modulus, sorry, modulus. Okay, yeah, it depends on how you can pronounce it, right? So it's modulus. Okay, should be equal to as x, and we have a percentage like sign, and then we say y. So that's modulus. Okay, so I'm sorry, pardon me for that. I forgot to add the signs for all of this here. So let me quickly do that. All right, so then I can come back here and console the log what we have and see what we'll get. Okay, so modulus, then it's 1. So what that does is it counts the number of times that y goes in x and return the remainder to us. So what modulus does is to return the remainder of an operation back to us. Okay, so we can also do the exponentiation, right? So we can say let exponentiation, sorry, let me change this to small letter. Okay, and I can say equal to x exponentiation of y. So in practice, what that means is like saying x raised to power. Okay, so it's raised to the power of y. So we can do console.log exponentiation, and there we get 3443. Okay, so that's the operation of arithmetic in JavaScript. Yeah, so for that, I think we have done justice to that. So let's move to the next operator in JavaScript, which is comparison. So comparison try to tell us how we compare between values for JavaScript. Okay, so for comparison operator, they are used to compare values. Okay, in all, there are 8 types of comparison in JavaScript. Okay, comparison operators in JavaScript. So we have let me just do it the way I'm doing it. I'll say we have equal to, yes, we have equal to, okay, and let me just, yeah, so we have equal to, and we have not equal to, yeah, not equal, yeah, and say it's not equal. Then we also have strictly equal. So we'll be explaining the difference for all of this, so just stay tuned for that. Okay, so I can say strictly equal. Okay, and we also have less. All right, before we go to less than, I think we also have not strictly equal. Okay, with the sign of not, then 2 equals. Okay, and we also have greater than. Yeah, we have greater than. So if you are familiar with mathematics, you understand what I'm trying to do in this particular tutorial. Okay, because it's the basis of all of this is pure mathematics. Okay, so we also have less than, comparison operator. We also have less than, and we also have greater than or equal to. Okay, so greater than or equal to. Okay, so we can say something is greater than or equal to. That is a sign for that. And we can also say less than or equal to, which is less than. Make sure you take note of all of these signs, because any mistake from them will mean another thing to JavaScript. So you must take note of all of this um, going forward. Okay, so yeah, we have less than or equal to. Okay, so yeah, as we usually do, I will try to show you an example of all of that so that you can have a practical knowledge, not just the theory knowledge, right? So I can say let x1, because we already declared x at the top. So let's say x1, let's just say it's equals to 7, and let's say y1 equals 3. That's the same thing. All right, so for that, let's use the equal to. Okay, so for the equal to, I can say yeah, I want to show you in the way that you understand, but for time purpose, I will just be using console.log to just print out the results of each of the comparison. Okay, so I can say dot log. Then I want to compare if x1 is equal to y1, and you can see that we have so mostly all of these comparison will give you a boolean value, a true or false value. Okay, so what we are getting here is a false value, and it says that x1 is not equal to y1, which is correct, right? So I'm not saying console the log, can say console the log, yeah, so x1 again. Then let's use not equal to here, not equal to y1. Okay, so it's true. That returns true because they are not equal. Okay, so we can also say console the log x1. Then I want to say strictly equal to y1, and you can see that we have false. Okay, so let me try and explain something as regards strictly equal. I mean, that's strictly equal or not strictly equal. So in JavaScript, we compare these things in two ways. Okay, if we compare the type and the value. Okay, so equal to, we compare value. If the value is the same, then there is no issue. It doesn't look at type. But strictly equal to, we look at type. So what do I mean by that? I can say, for example, let x2 equals string of 7. Okay, so if I do something like console.log x1 equal to, and I'm using normal equal to now, x2, you see we get true because it compares the value of x1 and x2, which is 7, without looking at the type. Okay, because x1 has a number type, but x2 has a string type, but it is comparing the value of the string, not the string itself. Okay, so for us to actually catch that error here, we will have to use a strictly equal to operation. Okay, so if I say x1 is strictly equal to x2, you see we get false. Yes, because it first look at the type. The type is not the same, so it will return false. That's why it's always advisable when you are comparing with equal to always use the strictly equal operator, so that it can catch errors if we have made a mistake in our code. Okay, so that's what I just want to chip in for strictly, and it also applies to not strictly equal. So let's move forward. So if I say console.log not, yeah, so if I say x1, then it is not strictly equal to y1. Okay, so we get true as usual. Okay, then I can also say console.log I want to use the greater than now, so I want to check if x1 is greater than y1. Okay, which is true. Yes, x1 is 7 and y1 is 3. Okay, so I can also say console.log x1. I want to check if it is less. Okay, so I can say less than y1. Yeah, we see false because x1 is not less than y1. Okay, so I can also say console.log greater or equal to, so I can say x1. I want to check if it's greater or equal to sorry, or equal to y1. Okay, yeah, so it is true, it is greater than, but it is not equal to. So it takes the greater than first before it takes the not equal to. So that's it. It will return true. Okay, so also console.log, if we console.log s1 and check if it's less or equal to, we also expect true. Sorry, x1. Then we also expect false. Yes, because s1 is not less. Yes, sorry. So we expect false. And okay, so I think that's the end for comparison operators in JavaScript. Okay, so with that, we move to the logical operator. So yes, I want to tell you guys to please subscribe to this video or to this channel, sorry, so that you can have access to more beginner-friendly tutorials like this as we go on. Okay, so what I want to do next will be on the logical operator, as we said. And logical operators are to perform logic in JavaScript and other languages, not just in JavaScript. Okay, so that's where the programming logic comes in JavaScript. Okay, so mainly there are three types of logical operators. Okay, so we have the, let me still continue with the pattern. We have the AND, yes, and then we also have the OR. Okay, and yeah, I need to comment on that. Okay, and we also have the NOT. Yeah, I think you're familiar with NOT now. We only use it in not equal to. Okay, so NOT. So those are the three types of logical operators that we have in JavaScript. Okay, so the next is to try and do some examples so that you understand what we have been talking about. Okay, so that's a mistake there. And to close the bracket. Okay, so yeah, so for and we can still make use of our x1 and x and y1 up there. So I will also continue using my console.log. Okay, so I can say yes, I want to check if x1 if x1 is yeah, if x1 is greater than y1 and and x1 is greater than 0, we get true because x1 is greater than y1 and x1 is greater than 0. Okay, so that is how you do and operator. You understand? So then I want to also move to console.log if y1 is less than x1 or y1 is equal to, yeah, is greater than 0. So we get true, okay, because y1 is actually less than x1, right? And y1 is greater than 0, right? So we will get a true value. Let me try and change something and say y1 is greater than x1. That's true. That is not true. You can see that this is not true. If I remove this, let me remove this and bring it back. If I remove this, you can see that it returns false because x1 is actually less than y1 is actually less than x1, so it's returning false. But when you add that or operator, it becomes a 50-50 between the two of the comparison, because even though x y1 is not greater than x1, y1 is still less than 0. So we are, the or operator is saying that if any of these two is true, then it should return true. That is just it. Okay, so that's the explanation for that. So we can also say console.log and do console.log. Yeah, I think you have done something on this, but we can say not and put this into brackets and say x1 greater than y1. Okay, so the not has already changed the value of the boolean. So it's just like when you turn something on and off. That is what not is trying to do here. The answer to this is true, but with not, we have changed the value of what is supposed to return, right? So x is actually greater than 1, but it's returning false because we are returning the opposite of the value of that operation. So yeah, with that, I believe that you should have understand all we have been talking about. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, so next we have the assignment operator. Operators are used to assign values to variables. Yes, in our previous videos, I think we have done things on assignments operator, how we assign values to variable. Okay, so for that we have 7 types. We have 7 types of assignment operators. Okay, and yeah, so let me just write it out. I'm looking at the time, but I still want to give you guys as it is. So assignment operator is equal to, and also we have additional assignment, which is plus and equal to sign, and we have the assignment subtraction assignment, which is, sorry, okay, and also we have the multiplication assignment. We have the multiplication assignment, and also we have the division assignment. Okay, we have the division assignment. Sorry, and we have the modulus assignment. Modulus assignments. Yes, and we have exponentiation assignment, which is represented by this. All right, so I think that's all. We have 7, so I'll just do the example under each of the assignments. Okay, so we can say, as you know, we can assign a value to a variable. So I can say let my name equals Demola. Okay, I console log that, and I get my name, and I get Demola. Okay, so I can also do something, but here it will be different from how I did the first one. Okay, so I can use my xy1 and then y1 to do this particular operation. Okay, so I can say let's uh, yeah, let's okay, so I don't want to use that. Let's none. I can say let none. Sorry for that. That's a notification. So I can say let none equals 10. Okay, and if I console log that, console dot log none, we have 10. Okay, so I can do a sum operator on it and say um and say let me do none plus equal to 10. You see that automatically our num becomes 20 because what we have just done is to add 10 to the num. So that's what additional assignment does. Okay, so we move to subtraction assignment, and we don't have to declare, we have our num already, so I can say num minus equal to 13. Okay, so if I console log that, you can guess what the answer will be, but I bet you will not get it if you are a beginner. Okay, so I can say num. So we have 7 because it's minus 13 from the 20 that we add here because we have changed the value of num here to 20, right? So we can also do num ask this multiplication times and do times equal to 2. Okay, so if we console log that, it times our previous answer, right? And we get 14. Okay, and we can also do something for the division and say num divide by, if you divide it by 3. Okay, if we divide it by 3, we should have console log num. We have 4.6. Okay, and we can do modulos. We can say num modulo nums modulo 2. Okay, and if we console log that, what do we have? It's 0.6. Okay, and also we can do for exponential and see num raised to the power of 2, and we can console log that. Now, so we get 0.4. Okay, now let's say I raise it to the power of okay. Yeah, so there's a lot. Okay, so 200 we have 2.8, which is a large number. Okay, so I think that's all for all of this, right? For operators in JavaScript and how it is used, right? So again, that's it on operators in JavaScript. We cover the different types of operators, including arithmetic, comparison, logical, and assignment operators. So what I'll tell you guys is don't forget to subscribe to this video again, and if you have not subscribed before, and make sure you are liking the videos, and also commenting on the comment section. If you have any topic that you want us to talk on or to uh, create videos on, you can leave on the comment section, and the video with the highest like gets to me, and that's all. In the next video, we will look at control structures in JavaScript. We will explore all the different types of control structures, including conditional statements, loops, and functions. Okay, so with that, we are moving to the core programming language. Thanks for watching, and